Yeah, my name is Sheffield. I'm one of the co-hosts for this evening's event. The main aim of the event is try to get prominent members of the community together and to discuss on various issues. But this year we chose the theme of education. I thought that's quite pertinent to discuss about education. So we've got various guests from various organisations. We've got people from the judiciary, from the police, education, and various prominent members.
My name is Mohammed Nazir and I'm working as a solicitor in Vasco Brown Solicitors. I believe sharing the success story is one of the important event in one's life, because you learn from other people's experience and you learn how you have to gather these success steps in your life, and also for the coming generation, when you share these experiences with the younger generation, you tell them that how they have achieved their life in goals and their success.
My name is Mohammed Nazir. I think events like this are most important to make people aware of education system here and of education, because without education nothing is possible. And events like this not only give information and awareness to the adults, but everybody in the community, and they realize the importance of education in the society. Thank you very much.
Sir Bashir Khan, former councillor from Sheffield City Council. Events like these are most important for especially in our community. Our parents can give message, can get message and pass to their children, and it is most important in the future. I think third generation is most active in education, but we need some more, and we appreciate this.
It's Ray Thomas. I'm Senko at Answorth Grange Community Sports College. Glad to be here. I think it's important that we celebrate education and we celebrate basically community cohesion, and basically I think we'll have a great
My name's Julian Crooks. I'm an English teacher at Handsworth Grange School in Sheffield. It's ever so important for community cohesion that we do engage properly both the white community and the ethnic
Councillor Maruf Hussain, Cabinet Member for Community Development and Engagement in Rotherham, and I think engaging local communities is essential in developing education and understanding, and I think that's a must for developing social capacity, social capability, because that's the way we actually develop our community and give it the power or the empowerment it needs to move forward in the future with so many difficult issues. Hi there.
I work for the library service. I've been involved in the community literacy campaign in the early 90s, and I think education, tonight's event is very important, and it's very important particularly in the current climate of unemployment and recession, etc. So it will play a crucial role in community cohesion.
My name is Rizwan Mullah. I work as an IT consultant here in Sheffield. I'm attending this event because I believe that this is the event is geared towards community cohesion. We will sit down with community leaders from various backgrounds of work in various walks of life, and being able to understand what the community needs are in our community, how we can make our community a prosperous and more cohesive community, and where people are at peace with each other, and so that as a society, as a community,
Right, hi there, my name is Anne Quayle. I'm head teacher of Handsworth Grange Community Sports College. Very, very honoured to be here tonight, and I'm going to say a few words to the community about education, the value of education, and the value of community cohesion, and how we want to work together with the community. And I'm also going to be asking members of the community if they'd like to work more closely with our school and the role of the government.
Hello, yes, I'm Abdul Qayyum. I think events of this nature are very, very important in terms of community cohesion and bringing communities together and creating better understanding between communities. As I said earlier on, we need to be talking much more to the indigenous community, to service providers, so that we actually provide services that are appropriately delivered and appropriately tailored to the needs of every single community in this country. We are a very diverse country of very diverse communities, and therefore we need to appropriately tailor services. We can only do that by having dialogue, by having discussion and debate, and of course bringing communities together. I think it's very, very important for community.
Hafiz Raymond, Chair of Sheffield Taxi Trade Association, also trustee of a mosque in Sheffield. The importance of education. Education is very important and key for the development of any community really, and any child. And it's for that we do appreciate and promote those who do well and those that aren't doing so well, encouraging those and laying the foundations for those children who we can then build into better education for them and promoting them so they can excel in future life when they do get jobs. So they've got a mixture of jobs, not just concentrating on what we do as a community at the moment in certain areas. So they're expanding in all different forms of businesses, organisations, statutory, non-statutory.
Any social gathering where you've got an opportunity to bring people together from different backgrounds, different experiences, different areas of expertise, and talk about things that actually are in common with us regardless of our age, our gender, our sexuality, our ethnic background, is always going to be useful. And in terms of education at the moment, education attainment is a key priority for the council, but it should be also important for the communities, because with education you will see that social movement and people being able to move up the ladder and get to positions where previously they were seen as not being able to because of barriers. So community cohesion and education.
I'm Andy Bars and I'm the Deputy District Commander for Sheffield. That involves the operational policing right across the city, right through to Sheffield North and Sheffield South. And I'm here to speak tonight about some of the challenges facing the police service over the next 3 to 4 years.
Okay, my name is John Brennan. I used to be a police commander for this particular district, and I'm very happy to be here tonight to celebrate this event, which emphasises the importance of diversity in education between East and West. We've got a lot to learn from each other, and this kind of function can only help towards that process.
My name's Councillor Ken Wyatt. I'm representing South Yorkshire Probation Trust Board tonight. Very pleased to come to the dinner. I understand the theme is education. Now, Nelson Mandela said, education is one thing that can never be taken away from people, and that's absolutely fantastic. In the probation service, we're very keen on education because it's a key to unlocking people's potential. It's a key to reducing reoffending, to getting people into employment and to getting people away from a life of crime.
I'm Jenny Clark. I'm Chairman of Sheffield Magistrates Court. I'm delighted to be here this evening. It's very important that the event is a multicultural event celebrating education in Sheffield.
I'm very grateful to Abdul Qayyum and Shwaki Anisab here for having this event here tonight. I think it's very important to have a look at the number of issues and challenges that are facing, specifically for the BME communities. Of course, education is important for all the communities, but tonight's event is focusing just on one sector of a community, and it's about raising aspirations and how we can actually engage and try to go forward in the new world, because we have some great challenges ahead of us, and it's how all of the communities actually pull together to make sure that we try to get the best education for our kids.
Well, first of all, it's very important to talk about education, because in the last 10 years we've seen the standard of education raising within the ethnic minority communities, and in particular the British Pakistani, the British Muslim community, because when Tories left power, Muslims were achieving less than 25% in 5 GCSEs grade A to C. And then when Labour came into power, there were many other groups as well, the white working class as well as the Bangladeshi and Pakistani communities, the Afro-Caribbean communities. And what happened was that they are now increased the standard in education, 5 GCSEs grade A to C, in fact above 40% in many towns and cities. That's very important, but it's also important to celebrate the successes of our community in the House of Commons, in the House of Lords, in local authorities, our councillors who are playing a very important role, as well as our young people who are part of the British institutions.